Good evening, gentle beings. We are going to be going to a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago, and we're going to roll dice, and it might be an anger. And we've got, but today, before we proceed any further, we just finished, a big chunky adventure, a dark, supernaturally based one. This is more genuine Star Wars feel, I believe. But in the downtime, I mean, has everybody spent skill points that they intend to spend? I know Dave has.
Yeah,
Nope.
I've
Now will be
taken
the
one.
time. Now will
Did
be
it
the
before I
time.
logged off.
And you've had a message and a parcel from a certain admiral that you had dealings with, who's got a little hologram message which you stick into D6, and he plays it for you, and Admiral Akbar appears. And I haven't written what he said, but effectively he's telling you that since the bounty hunter incident that you've just dealt with, you're now a security risk at Typhon base. You know, that's it's not a sort of it's not a cell based thing. It's a fighter base. So he said, what we've done is we are giving you, as you saved it, and it's no longer of any use, to me. I'm able to hand over the keys to the asteroid base that you met me when you first met me. It says the Verpine have already refitted it to make it, friendly and homely.
Mark, is this Akbar talking to us? If you don't mind me
It is,
interrupting,
yeah.
do the voice.
I'll do it a bit. I don't know what I'm about to say until I'm saying it, which makes it more difficult. He's also he's also said that because the base's location is obviously compromised, but with it being an asteroid and the Verpine being the starship sort of gods that they are, they'll be able to transport this whole base anywhere you want, anywhere at all. So if you say I want to be an asteroid around Tatooine, then they'll put the base around Tatooine. You know, it's literally wherever you want. That's something you don't have to discuss so much now. Plus, they're running out of space for the ships you keep stealing in the base that you're in. It's starting to get really crammed. So the other thing is that and I'll do the voice. I'll try. I can remember offering our Mandalorian friend. I'm not even offering. I told him categorically I'd get him a thermal detonator. I've not been able to lay my hands on one. They're very tricky. However, if you look at the parcel I've sent, hopefully, yes, he will see what what I've managed to acquire for you. Anyway, thank you very much. Take care, gentlemen. And he signs off. And the box that's with the message is in handwritten. It's to Koda in lieu of thermal detonator, because he said you could have one, and he's not been able to get you one, but he has been able to get you this box.
What's in the box?
I shall tell you.
Never thought I'd hear Admiral Akbar say,
Yeah, it's because I've got nothing prepared. I've got nothing prepared now. Now you have. What? Let me give you this. What is in there? There's two boxes marked dangerous. You recognise them as grenade. The craze is grenades coming, and there are a box of 10 of these.
Ooh.
Where it says damage, that's not actually damage. It's how difficult it is. That's what they roll their strength against to get out of the goo. Where it says damage. In fact, I think it explains it on the.
So it just explodes with.
It's a web spell, mate, but it's a grenade.
Oh, nice.
And damage.
You've also. It doesn't do damage. So the damage it's listed there. So if you're right in the center of the explosion, to escape from it, you have to beat your strength roll has to beat 60, whatever they get to get out of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's also a box of 10 smoke grenades, which you're very familiar with. And finally, there is a box of something you've never seen before again. These.
Anti-vehicle grenade sounds juicy.
They've got no blast radius because it's it targets the charge. It's an armor piercing charge, so it concentrates its blast. So there's no actual explosion, but it's 7 dice damage. It's the equivalent. If you want a Warhammer reference, consider it a crack grenade as opposed to a frag. Because they say in the game notes, if you use against speeders or smaller, speeder scale or smaller, that's just character. But again, that's speeder scale is the things like your shagging wagon and the normal car size things. Normally, it's harder to damage them because they're big machinery. It doesn't count with these; they just blow it up anyway.
I will take. I take it's just me at the box.
There's only you at the box, yeah. But I mean, if you want to dish some out, I mean, obviously it's up to you. I mean, he promised you a thermal detonator, so because he couldn't get you one, this is.
I'll take 6 of the Glop grenades and
Mhm.
chuck 2 at the brothers.
Yeah.
2 each at the brothers.
Oh no! I need to invest in a grenade skill.
At least you can't blow yourself to shit with those. You could just stick yourself to the ground.
That could be entertaining.
I'll take 6 to the smoke, so I've got a total of 7 now. And then again, chuck 2 at Dio and Cade.
Yeah, the anti-vehicle grenades have also got the added advantage of they're magnetic, so you don't actually have to. If you just wanted to plant one and fuck off, you can do that without. But they've got the option to throw in combat as a normal grenade. Say somebody was running at you with a speeder
We've
bike.
got 1 Glock grenade.
I'm just hoping to survive the whole campaign without someone saying, "Oh, I'm covered in Dio gloop."
You've got 2, Sam, and Tom's got 2.
Oh, okay, 2 Glock grenades.
Yeah, and then 2 smoke grenades each.
Yeah. And how many anti-vehicle grenades were there?
There were 10. So
10.
So that
just for my notes.
The anti-vehicle grenades. Just for clarification, are they? Do you throw them?
They're optional. You can either stick them to something and set a time and run, or you can throw them.
Right. Okay.
And to go off on impact sort of thing.
Okay.
So they're quite nice. If you're planting them, the skill is demolition, though, not grenade. If you're throwing them, it's grenade.
I think that's more my wheelhouse. Yeah, demolitions is more my wheelhouse.
Yeah, so I'll do the same for the anti-vehicle grenades then.
Nice.
Because I can throw them and Sam can plant them if necessary.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's yours, Tom?
2D. My demolitions is 2D plus 2, mate. It's not worth giving me them, to be fair.
Okay.
My grenades is 3D plus 1, but I will be putting some skills into
Dave's and Lewis's?
I'm no good to you.
Okay.
I was gonna...
What's your grenade or demolitions?
3D for grenade and demolitions is...
Okay. Well, Sam can have 4 then, and I'll have 6.
Okay.
I have got 4D in grenades, but it doesn't. I don't think it fits Bowman.
No.
I think my grenade skill isn't great. It's 2D plus 1. So I don't know if the anti-vehicle grenades make more sense for me, but not the grenades. The anti-vehicles, yeah. So I can plant the anti-vehicle stuff, but the grenades for throwing, I'm not going to do well, I don't think, on 2D plus 1.
What was your
carry on, Luke.
grenade, Tom?
Mine's 3D plus 1, and I intend with a blaster. I intend to, once I've got my bargain, con, and command where I want them, I am going to start plumbing skill points into it. So
You want to give the
Yeah.
Glock grenades to Tom then, mate?
Yeah. So if Tom takes the Glock grenades,
And
I
you
might
keep the vehicle, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because demolitions are. I mean, it's not. I mean, they're called anti-vehicle grenades, but you can blow anything up with them that you want.
Can I keep one of the smoke grenades as well? Because it might just be handy to have one.
Keep-
Not
take two,
necessarily
mate.
to launch, but oh, okay.
Because you don't really need to hit with the smoke grenades. You just
No.
target a square, and if they don't land
Yeah,
exactly, you
that's
still
what
get
I'm
the smoke.
thinking.
Yeah.
I'm sensing or seeing combos with smoke grenades and my life sense.
Yeah.
Shrouded in
And
smoke.
because I can whisper into your brains now, gentlemen.
Yeah, but I want you to do the classic Jedi where we cloud you in smoke and then we just use the lightsaber.
Or you could just walk out of the smoke and say, "I'm a huckleberry."
No, stop with that shit.
I was
That's
reading about Doc Holliday today at work. He was a very interesting man. And Val Kilmer played him pretty accurately, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, he wasn't a very good shot, but he was ridiculously fast. So if he was close to you, don't do it.
It's one of my all-time favourite lines in movie history. That you huckleberry.
You huckleberry. Hey, Johnny Ringo. It's a great end to it. Absolutely brilliant end to the film, that is.
Mm.
Anyway.
He's meant to hate a man. Now I really hate him.
You gonna do something, or are you just gonna stand there and bleed? One of my all-time favourites as well. Right, so do you have an idea which planet you would like your base to be orbiting, or which system, I should say?
I've got a Scooby, mate. I've not got a Scooby.
I
I
hear
mean,
Alderaan nice this time of year.
You could be you could be part of the graveyard of Alderaan.
That's not a bad shout. So
I mean, it was genuinely meant as a joke, but
no, well, because if we're sort of role playing it out, I think Bowman would sort of cock his head to the side, just as I've done, and say, so we're going to put an asteroid in a known asteroid field that's quite dangerous, but I should imagine that our Verpine friends would be able to keep us relatively safe in our new base. That's not a bad shout at all.
Bearing in mind the base was built in an asteroid field, so it has repulsors, which would where any contact is just softly repulsed away, so you won't be smashed to smithereens. The graveyard of Alderaan's not known as a nice place, though. That's the only other thing. There are other things and peoples around there.
Okay.
Tatooine was one that always sprung to mind, or you could just pick. It could be the Coruscant system. I mean,
we go to Mustafar.
You could be. You could do that.
That sounds like a really, really.
What about
good
Mandalore?
idea.
You could do Mandalore. Yeah, you could be part of the Mandalore system. That's absolutely fine.
Do you have any designs? I mean, Bowman would ask to Koda. Do you have any designs to go? I mean, because it's supposed to be deserted. It's supposed to be Kodos,
part of
isn't
my
it?
backstory is I want to bathe in the living waters.
So that's probably a good call, then, isn't it? To tell them to put it in orbit around the
If it helps.
Mandalore system. Well, it doesn't affect. I mean, bearing in mind that it doesn't really matter. It was just for flavour, really.
I know. I was just trying to be nice to Andy. Give me a break.
You can tell we're all Star Wars geek. Paul suggested Hoth to round out all of the known planets from the original films.
Yeah, it's quite chilly there.
Yeah, I'm just pulled up a sector map.
Back sheep.
Find like a decent one.
Oh,
to be fair, we could really annoy Bowman and go to is it Car Dolan or something, that really famous Sith planet.
Apparently, Hoth does have an asteroid field.
Virtually all planetary systems would have them. They're like
Well,
a
it's changed planet called PR.
byproduct of the planet forming process.
Because timeline-wise, Hoth hasn't fallen yet, has it?
No.
We're post-New Hope, but pre-Empire,
Well,
aren't we?
what are you thinking? I'm going to go and have a wee and top up my drink. Shan't be long.
Hope not in the same cup.
2 birds, 1 stone.
I'm easy. I mean, I've fled Questel, my home. I have no intention of going back, seeing what's become of it. And if being close to Mandalore helps Koda.
Not only that, but Mandalore's not that far from Yavin. It's not that far from the Alderaan system. I've lost it now because the map's messing about. It's reasonably close to systems, so we're not going to struggle to get anything. It's not the worst out. It's not. I mean, it's not that far from Kashyyyk. It's not that far from Yavin.
Kashyyyk, there's a good shout. What could go wrong there?
Not that far from Coruscant, really, either.
Can you you've got? Can you put it in Discord?
I can send a link to it. Yeah, it's like a live thing, but yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Just go to Star Wars.
Okay. Whoa, that's 8.
I'll go wherever you want to go.
Hello. Have you decided where you want to be? Hello.
I'm being fascinated by the interactive map. So there's Jeddah, Jakku. There's so many.
Oh yeah. Well, just while you're still looking and thinking, there is a message from Questor for Captain Lonzo.
Captain Lonzo.
It's from the rebel cell that you assisted, and this is just a text thing. It says just to let you know, the Dr. Hurlthromb has been without doubt captured and killed. We've had a message from a smuggler, a pirate captain, with photographic evidence of this guy's head, and he said, you know something about it. It was to let you know. So, and I think you can imagine which pirate captain it was. It's the one you rescued, the one that you let go.
Wicked.
So that's you can put that out of your worry zone now. He ain't going anywhere.
Delete.
So any joy on that?
Mandalore.
Yeah, I think the Mandalore system's pretty.
And
we wouldn't know about any Imperial activity that might be there either, so it seems like a relatively safe shout, doesn't it?
And again, this is still in your downtime. We haven't started officially yet. So the ship, I assume, I'm making an assumption now. I'm assuming that you'll be using the Centre Fear, which feel free to rename. You can rechristen it. That's what we used to do when we nicked ships off the French. Which we did a lot of because theirs were better than ours. So we just used to thieve them.
I have set the character sheet up for the Centre Fear, to be fair. So
right, what I've done is worked out, because I've knocked off the Verpine. Said they'll do installations for free. The one thing that's rubbish about that ship, because it's really good, except its firepower is appalling.
Yes.
I've asked ChatGPT to calculate for me the cost of upgrading the 2 lasers to 5D with 2D fire control, and you can have that done. It would normally cost. Anyway, I'll just go through ChatGPT. It normally cost 15,000 credits, but if you knock off the labour costs, because the Verpine will do that for nothing, it would cost 12,000 credits. So if you wanted to spend that and have that done already, you're completely okay to do that if you want to.
I mean, my plan was eventually to replace the ship with something else anyway. It's just this is just a holdover. It's something we've got that we can sell. Just whether we want to put the money into it, whether we think we're going to get the use out of it or not.
So
well, it's one of those things. If we're in a situation where we need it, I'd rather spend the money now.
Yeah, so
you're very rich.
I've got the fire control mark as 3D.
Oh, you could have that the same then. Sorry, I thought it was. I didn't check. I assumed
And the damage is 4D anyway.
Is
from
it?
what
I
I've
thought
found.
2D plus something. I thought it was.
Oh, hang on.
Cannons. They're very bad.
Yeah, they are. No, you're right. They are 2D. I've turned them into 4D because there's two of them. I've been lazy. That's what I've done.
It could be upgraded those to 5D rather than. And the fire control, that'd be another $2,000 off. So it only cost you $10,000 because you can use your current targeting systems, and the Verpine will realign them.
I mean, we've got $200,000 in the kitty for a new ship anyway, and if we replace, when we do replace the ship,
you'll be able to get a fair bit for it. Plus, you've still got the Imperial shuttle, which if you're not planning to, you can sell that as well. Or because you've got your own base now, you can keep it for missions where you might want to appear Imperial. That's up to yourself.
Yeah.
So is that something you're going to go for?
May as well do for now, aren't we? Because the money's just sat there doing
100%.
nothing at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Cool. So you've now got some serious firepower on board in case it's required, and that's a bargain basement price, 10,000. So we can now actually begin. So this one is Tatooine Manhunt. I thought it'd be. I've been really enjoying reading. It's actually a good read. I'm really looking forward to it. So let me put my glasses back on because this has got a big ready out bit, which it says to imagine imagine the text going up. So read. Where is it? A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, and then it says exterior, spacecraft in space, the Imperial Star Destroyer Relentless docks with the Quen space station. Then it flicks to the camera flicks to inside the Star Destroyer. Twin blast doors slide open, revealing the dark interior of a massive chamber. An Imperial stands up on a high platform, flanked by 2 lower officers. 2 stormtroopers march in. They drop a manacled prisoner at the feet of Captain Parlan, commander of the ship. The charge, demands Parlan. Piracy, sir, snaps a trooper. Kill the scum, Parlan replies coldly. Wait, screams the prisoner. I have something to bargain with. Information important enough to the Emperor that he may wish to pardon me. Parlan's dead eyes gleam. Go ahead, I'm all ears. Talon, it concerns Adar Talon. You see Parlan listening intently and then issuing orders. Quietly, Ensign Dana, who is a rebel who's undercover, pockets a data pad and slips away. The commander issues one final order. Lieutenant Vor, send for the bounty hunters. And then it faced the interior of Quen space station. And just so you get an idea, this is a remote refuel repair type station. It's not anything where you'd go on holiday. And I have a picture this is another one from the book that I asked ChatGPT to make not much nicer for me.
Wicked.
So space station. I wish it had put these in the order that I did them rather than alphabetical.
You
Here
could
we
do it
go.
numerical, Mark. If you, I do this on map tools. If you do like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3.
Yeah, yeah. Right, I see what you're saying. Right, this is, and plus you could call up some information on this space station anyway. So, can you see? Did I click show? Can you see it?
You did?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Click on it 'cause it goes big and looks ace.
there we go. That's sick.
And right, this is the story that's it's played out through a script, and I won't use the scripts. They're it's a terrible idea. So effectively, you are docked at this space station in your new ship. The reason you are there is that the rebel base that your Tier-1 base had intercepted a distress call from an undercover agent serving on a Death Star called the Relentless. The Death Star is actually the Star Destroyer Relentless. The Star Destroyer was actually docked within the lattice work at the bottom. That's where the ships going for repair, and the Star Destroyer is in there. It's getting a full refit with, when I say refit, it's like resupply, refuel, etc. And you're basically being sent by the mission is pick up responding to this this distress call where she's asked for immediate pickup and given you a location within this space station. So you've docked and you've located the area where she's told you to be, which is another docking bay, another airlock docking bay. And let me move you because this goes straight into action.
So this is an Imperial facility.
It's actually an independent facility. It's independently sort of run, but it certainly doesn't discriminate against the Imperials because they pay a lot of money.
As we approached, was Relentless docked? Were there?
Yes, Relentless is docked inside the thing. Inside the latticey bottom bit.
Gotcha.
You dock at a different section. You're not info, repairs, or refit. And you've been given cover stories to explain why you're there.
How do we feel about stealing a Star Destroyer?
You had me at steal.
Right, you know how many crew there is on a Star Destroyer?
Every.
Right. So anyway, you've reached the docking bay that you were told to meet her at. Let's say Dana is her name, and then it says there. In fact, I was moving it for you, wasn't I? In fact, not yet. There, near a rapidly closing airlock, you see Dana lying at the feet of an Imperial officer. You recognise her from the holofile, from the data you were given. Next to the Imperial are two rough and dangerous-looking characters: a short, wiry female in padded armour, and a tall, scaly humanoid armed with a blaster rifle. Behind them, behind the airlock, stands a figure dressed in deadly Mandalorian battle armour. He glares at you, and the door slams shut. And now, let's take you to where you are.
Do we recognise the fellow in the Mandalorian armour?
I would say he's certainly only another bounty hunter might know. And I will say one thing, Andy. This is something that you know straight away. His armour is painted in the style of the Death Watch.
Ooh. Oh no.
And
Okay.
if you make
Right.
me a knowledge roll to see if if you've heard of him.
Yeah, because I was part of the Death Watch as part of my backstory.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
I know.
particularly good roll.
Probably won't be.
Let's see, where are we going? Got to get the thing back with I. What do you get? 23. Yes, you do know him. You know him from your days in the Black Watch. He is a Mandalorian. His name is Jodo Cast, and he became a bounty hunter about the same time as you. But he's a lot less pleasant than you. If you remember, he's a bit of a psychopath.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you didn't know he was a bounty hunter, but you know now. Well, you strongly suspect now because these two figures that are with the Imperial officer and the prone form of the rebel.
Is he still part of the Death Watch? Not that it really matters, but.
Joe DeCast, yes, he's quite proud of it.
Okay. We are at odds then.
Yeah, I thought you might be. And the glare was at you. So he doesn't recognise. Obviously, he doesn't recognise you because he's never seen your face. But he just suspects that you're not a Mandalorian.
How do you know he's glaring if he's got a helmet on?
I thought that, but I had to read it. I was thinking, how do we know? I think you must just
Body
say you
language.
get the impression he was glaring at you.
It's not like when you know your wife's stood behind you and you're like, oh.
Yeah. I'll just show you the original picture.
Oh,
The original picture of the
no.
space station.
Damn.
Oh, wicked.
Can you see that?
Yeah,
The other one's a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, could put yourselves where you would be? I mean, this is just that you can see the cover is there's banks of stuff and computer terminals and this, that, and the other. You can see you can hide behind. So put yourselves where you would naturally be as you walked in the room.
So we knew we were potentially walking into a dangerous.
Well, you didn't expect there to be. You walked into the room that you've ascertained is where you're to meet the agent, the person you went to rescue. You're supposed to rescue.
Yeah.
And as you've entered the room, you are faced with what we went through, the Mandalorian going through the door,
Right.
and then these figures here.
Well, my question would you allow me to have lightsaber combat up?
Yes, I would, because of the fact that you're in potentially dangerous place. I'm quite happy for that.
All right.
So if is everybody happy with their positioning?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll do that. Spread it out a bit, boys. Spread it out a bit.
Could we get some initiative, please? I'll have to
We're
find
fighting the Spice Girls.
Oh no, not again!
I won't tell you which one's scary, Spice. I'm just trying to find their stat block. Oh,
Oof.
Yeah, so one of them is I forget the name of the race, but Bosk is one of them. Is it Trendosian?
Trendosian. Is it?
That's the fella. This one has got a blaster rifle. This is the Imperial officer, who also has a blaster pistol, and this is a human bounty hunter in bounty hunter style armor. And I will have their stats. Oh yes, I will.
Whereabouts is the Mandalorian?
He's gone through the airlock and onto the ship that was.
He's not
waiting
there.
outside. No, he's gone.
Okay.
He's as he left. He's just. I mean, you're assuming he expects you to be dealt with by the ones that are there.
By the
Here we
grunts.
go. So, perception. Right, 2D plus 2, so it's not very good. So no, I can't possibly. Mind you, I could theoretically with 2d plus 2. That's an 8, 9, 10. So that's no good. And the other one, 7. So now you guys fairly win the initiative. And Koda, you are top.
Let's have a go with a glop grenade.
Right,
My
grenade
new
roll, please.
toy.
I mean, you're going to be at how many meters? This is to scale this map, so it should. Oh, I didn't do the thing that tells you which meter square. So look for squares. So it's 7 meters.
7 meters.
And what's that for? Oh, that's fine. Yeah. They'll attempt dodge. Let's see. Oh, I've closed my book by mistake. Idiot. There we are. Dodge. Oh, they've got 5D dodge. So I've got to beat 18. 21. So the one here has dodged. The other fella to the side. Bloody hell. 17. Yeah, he's dodged as well. The Imperial officer, though. Oh, me book! I've got little cat on me. I don't want to.
And your camera.
Oh, my camera.
It's all going wrong today, Mark. It's all going wrong.
Let's try it again, eh? I just had everything.
We need a code word for when that happens, so we don't
Yeah.
understand. You say sausage, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them again. His dodge is not as good. 3D plus 2. No, you've got the Imperial officer. The two bounty hunters have jumped to the side and dodged out the way, but the Imperial officer is thoroughly, utterly gooed to oblivion. So let me put her. She's going nowhere, and with her strength, well, she'll have a go, right? But let me put a little marker on. I don't know what I'm going to use for good. That'll do it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, you've got who's next on the list? It's going to be the big hairy bugger.
You know what? I am going to. Do you have to it's shoot and move, isn't it? You can't move and shoot.
No, I'll let you move and shoot.
Oh, so my plan was to kind of go. It's 20 feet of move. It's 25 we get, isn't it? 5 meters.
You get 5 meters for nothing.
Yeah.
10 meters for -1, or you can do a full turn move where you get 20, I think.
Okay.
It's the first time you shot something, like.
No, he shot.
I used the
shot
bow caster quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was
Way back when.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know what then, Mark? Can I run up to here then, and then take a 1 to my melee, just the extra 5 feet?
Yeah. I mean, you can take if you take change your actions to 1, then yes, you can certainly do that.
Cool. I want to punch this broad in front of me.
Go for it, mate.
Good night, sweet princess.
I don't fancy a chance.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, 37.
Is that all?
Yeah.
What's a brawling parry?
She now has a hole in her chest.
Parry. No, she got.
I mean, to be fair, for like our opponent, this is like we all think Star Wars is like, this high, cool. Like for our opponents, it's like a horror movie.
She's
walk in a
failed.
room and we rip them to shreds.
She's failed to get out of the way, mate. So
Wonderful. Let me roll my damage. 20.
Oh,
Only
let
20.
yourself down.
Let's see. She gets strength.
And
She gets 4d plus 2 to roll back at you.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Oh,
So that's
what's
not bad armor.
being a
Or a
Niplodicus?
net-
So that's 4, 5, 6, 12,
This be the
15.
day.
So no,
Oh.
that's still not bad.
Still wounded.
15. That is 5, isn't it? So that's a
Yeah.
wound. So she's she's -1. Let me put a little wound icon on her.
I think we'll flavour it like I did that last time. You just see the Wookiee charging after the glute grenade goes off and just drop kicks her into the wall.
Yeah, she's not happy. Still alive, but not happy, and she's not getting a shot this go either. So now we've got Dio.
Dio's going to move into cover. So it's 2 meters.
Yep.
And then he'll shoot. Probably this Imperial officer on the right hand side. The one that's not in the glue, so the left hand side.
So that's going to be this laddo.
Okay, no, sorry, I see. So the X is the downed rebel. It'll be
Yeah, she's
he's
in
in cover.
she's in an Imperial uniform, but it's you
Yeah.
know she's undercover, or she was. She doesn't look very well.
Well, he's in cover, isn't he?
Yes, it's only so
Yeah.
it's going to be your difficulty. It's only partial, so he's got. Oh, yeah, I rolled a 6 though, so it's got your difficulty is +6. So it's going to be, how far is it? Short range. It's going to
That's
be
short range. Yeah.
so it's going to be 6 + 6, beat a 12 to get him.
Okay, I'll say I'll
12
certainly have
or
a go.
more, I should say. 12 will do it.
25 to hit
Well,
me.
yeah, that will do nicely, and because he's dodged once already, he'll try. Because this is gonna hurt if he doesn't.
Well, he's got the cover as well, hasn't he? So he's only
Yeah, I mean,
really got to
that makes
beat
him
me
harder to
by
hit, but
13. Yeah.
yeah. So he gets to roll dodges 5d, but he's already dodged once, so it's down to 4d. So. No, he hasn't remotely dodged. So, if you'd like to roll some damage, first set of damage anyway.
First set of damage is 19.
Right, he gets 4d plus 2, same as you. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15 on the first one. So that's going to be
Just
4
wounded.
extra. That's a wound, isn't it? So
Yep.
second set of
Second round of damage. 21.
21. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. So that's what's that more? That's 7, isn't it? Is that no
7
6?
more, which is still wounded. Just a second wound.
So it's a double wound. So he's not attacking again either. Or not attacking this go.
You've got red on you.
That is my one and only action this turn.
Right, that'll have to be. That means double. I'll have to do that. It's double, and he won't let me put another one on. So next on the list, then, we've got. How did you get a 6, Dave? Just realised.
We're all wondering that, Mark.
Use the force.
2 1s and 2 2s.
So, Cade.
So Cade is going to dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the room to this cover, and he's going to shoot the same bounty hunter as his brother.
Go for it. So that's going to be
Play
1,
that
2,
10 times
3,
faster.
4, 5 meters. So it's going to be short range again. And there's no point in me even trying to roll to dodge. because we'll be on 3 dice, which. Mind you, we could theoretically.
You
Mind you,
could
no,
do.
because he's double wounded. No, he's double wounded. He gets a dice.
Okay.
So
Stay
no,
away
he
from
can
damage.
damage, please. 27. Right, okay. 4, 10, 14. I think he's gone down,
Mortally wounded.
which on the top of the 2 wounds is equals dead. So get rid of him. Dead. Right, okay, he's down. So Boman, finally, you get to go.
So if I'm correct, the Imperial officer would still be able to shoot this turn unless I did something about her.
No, she's completely and utterly. Her turn is going to be trying to get out of the goo, and she's right in the epicenter of it. She's
Gotcha.
completely webbed to the ground. She's doing fuck all.
Okay. In which case, then we're probably best off questioning her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, there's still a bounty hunter up.
Yeah.
She's just wounded.
So five forwards, lightsaber. Is
She
she?
can't parry it.
Yeah. Okay. This hopefully is going to be quite painful then. So 29 to hit.
Hit.
24 damage.
Right, she gets 4d plus 2. That's not very good. 6, 7, 8, 12. You've doubled it. That's dead, isn't it?
Incapacitated.
Well, plus, okay, she's mortally wounded then with the, with the wound she's already taken. Takes her to a mortal wound. So, the enemies are either, I'm going to put her down as dead because she's dying. She's certainly not going to hurt anyone. So what you've got left is the Imperial officer who's just stuck to the ground going with a mouthful of goo.
So take her weapons first, pull her out
Yep.
of the goo.
Yep.
Then put his blaster against her head, and he's just going to say, "I would suggest I suggest you might want to start talking. Else, I'm going to put 2 holes in your head."
Yeah, command roll, please.
Command's one I've not invested in. Can I go with bargain instead and say, if you give us information worthwhile, I'll let you live?
Okay, yeah, go on. I'll give you that.
The 20.
20. Right, that's pretty good.
If I put "if" in front of this sentence,
Command is the next one, but I like to have the skill points to do it.
Yep.
So I always end with something deep plus 2. I like to have the
she
plus
says,
2.
what do you want?
What are you doing here for a start? I mean, I assume
We were sent, ordered by the captain. Apparently there was a traitor, and it was her. And she nods at the prone person. And he sent 2 bounty hunters with me to intercept.
The
And I assume you
Mandalorian
killed her?
Pretender.
Well, you don't know. She's just on the floor.
yeah, can Bowman go over to her and check her out while this is happening? We
You
could do that
certainly
later.
may, yeah. As you examine Agent Dana, she's dressed in Imperial uniform, wearing the rank of ensign. She's also quite dead. Further examination reveals a small dart protruding from her exposed neck. Yeah, so she's A, dead, and B, looks like she was killed by this. Well, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The kind that Django used.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. She's also got the datapad pocket computer, like Cade's, which you wouldn't have actually seen it or known this, but from the introductory sequence, it's the one she slid in her pocket just before she left the.
A hacker personal computer.
Oh yeah, you can have a go, mate. Yeah. It's gonna be. Let's have a look. Moderate computer programming to get into it. So that's going to be 11 plus. Yeah.
17.
Yep. You're into it, and you can call up the last thing that she was looking at, which let's have a look, or the thing, the thing that she wanted you to find. Effectively, I've got the handout somewhere. Is it?
It's on delivering the ordering kebab.
Can you
Did
see that?
somebody just eat?
Yeah, data entry 146. I believe this to be my final data entry. I'm entering this coded information in case the bounty hunters catch me. But let me start at the beginning. After 3 months undercover aboard Relentless, I
Earned an assignment.
Yeah, it's
I got you. I
hard to
earned an
see.
assignment as assistant to Captain Parlin, the Star Destroyer commander. Our last patrol through Delcon system netted us 3 pirate vessels, but Relentless sustained heavy damage to its hyperdrive engines. Of course, we captured a number of pirates. I was with Parlin when he interrogated one of the prisoners. What we heard still moves me. Commander Adar Talon, hero of the Old Republic, is alive, and he is hiding on Tatooine. Already, scores of bounty hunters have answered Parlin's call. They are to capture Talon alive and hold him until Relentless finishes repairs and arrives on Tatooine. Talon's worth to the Alliance, even if only as a rallying point, is immeasurable. We must reach him first. If you are reading this, then the job to find Adar Talon is yours. This mission supersedes all others. You are his only hope. That's so cool, Mark.
So you've got the Imperial who's bricking herself because Tom's threatened to plaster her head across the wall. You've got, and everybody else is dead.
Yeah. Where'd the Mandalorian go? And he's asking the officers, where did the Mandalorian go?
I don't know. You'd have had to ask one of the bounty hunters.
I think the answer's on this data slate, Theo. I think he's gone to Tatooine.
Yeah.
Do we need to make her grovel more, or do we just?
Well, she do, the only thing I would say is that just if you don't want to outright murder her, just make sure she can't raise the alarm until you're gone.
Here's the problem.
Hmm.
We've just told her where we're going, which we don't want to know, and she's potentially made us.
I'm fine with murder.
Well, it's the fact that the captain has ordered bounty hunters to Tatooine means the Imperials already know.
Yeah, they know he's there, but they don't know that we're going to.
Oh, certainly. Completely see your point. Yeah.
And Dio just kind of looks over at Boman because they're like, didn't really want him to hear that. And he's going to say,
so Bowman's going to say, 1 second, let me just try something. I'm going to try Effect Mind, Mark.
Give it a go.
Right.
What does she get to roll against?
Well, bear with me because this is a new thing.
It's a complicated one, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, because Effect Mind 22, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. So we're not in a combat situation. So you're happy for me to roll individually?
Yes, absolutely.
So control is very easy for perceptions, easy for memories, moderate for conclusions, modified by proximity. So I'm right next to her, so a moderate control roll. So what I'm going to declare to you as GM, I'm going to, in fact, I'm going to drop lightsaber combat.
Yes, you're not.
So I'm on my normal rolls
right now.
So this is the these aren't the droids you're looking for skill.
Yeah.
And what so Boman would be saying out loud, he'd have a sidebar away from the Imperial officer and say, "Listen, I've never used this skill before. It's one that I've learned from the holocron." I think
this is what. Well, you can tell them that this is you've not been able to learn much from the holocron for a while. Qui-Gon's been teaching you.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mark. I think I can get her to believe something that hasn't actually happened. So I can possibly get her to believe that the bounty hunters turned on her and she had to kill them, and then we just disappear, and she thinks she's a hero of the Imperium.
That's a really
of the
good. That's a
Empire.
really good plan. See if it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather
So-
not commit cold-blooded murder if we can help.
Well,
you
I
are
don't
stood
know.
right by an airlock.
Could I-
But if
You
we
know,
have
you've got a
to,
history of,
if-
of you pirates and airlocks.
Could I just say, if that is what she's going to believe, she's not injured. So can we just break a couple of her fingers before you do it? Or something.
Have at it. Rip her arm off if you like.
Gotta make it believe.
Okay.
So I'm going to go for moderate for control roll 12. So moderate's
Yep.
11 plus, I believe.
It is.
Sense targets control or right. So she's got a perception roll. I've got to beat it.
Right. So her perception, Lieutenant Vor.
I've only rolled 13.
She only gets 2d plus 1 though.
Ooh.
She's got to roll.
3, 4. She gets a 6, mate.
Yes. Okay, alter. Very easy for slight. No, it's not very easy. Easy for brief visible phenomenon. Memories less than a year old or minor emotions regarding. Moderate for short hallucinations. Memories less than a day old. So I'm going to suggest to you it's moderate again.
Yep. I'm happy with moderate.
Hold up. But then it says difficult. A slight disguise of facial features. So this is difficult. Slight disguise of facial features. Hallucinations which can be sensed with 2 senses. It's going to be difficult, isn't it?
Yes, then go on. So it's going to be a 16.
Yeah, I'm not going to manage this then. So it's very difficult for hallucinations that can be sensed with more than 5 senses. A major memory change. Oh bollocks! Yeah. So I'm not going to. Right. So what we'll do then, just in case it doesn't work, can we have her stood next to the airlock and someone stood next to the button with all of us holding on, for something?
Well, I'm probably strong enough to hold onto the door once I open it, aren't I? So it makes me sense to stand next to the damn thing.
Okay. Let me roll alter
So
then.
what I would suggest is just to say, right, we're gonna have to lock you in the airlock while we make our escape, and then just happen to, when you've locked her in the airlock, somebody accidentally presses the open on the other door.
So I've rolled an 8, Mark, which is clearly a fail. So what everyone would see is Boman sort of having this sort of sidebar, looking a bit nervous, looking a bit shady, and with this woman in the airlock, he's sort of talking through the door, and he does, "You are a hero of the Empire. You have slain these bounty hunters, and you have no recollection of us."
She says, "What you on about? What you waving your hands around for? Do you think you're some sort of Jedi?"
So Dio's just going to smile at her sadly and just say, "Sorry, kid." And he's going to kick her into the airlock and hit the button.
Well, she's already in the airlock, so you just have to press the button.
Yeah.
Okay, happy days. Right, so now this is
before campaign end. I want that to work.
Yeah. Oh well, you dice will go up, won't they? So you're going to be good. It's going to be happening at some point. So, right, and this is going to be important. We know what ship you're in, and we know what. I will give you the opportunity to pop back to base before you head there. I'm going to say it's on the way.
I was
You
gonna.
haven't looted the bodies first, Mark.
Well, the bodies, right then, the bodies.
Loot.
Million credits.
It's just as well you took those bounty hunters down, because if they'd have gotten a go, they've got grenades and they were going to use them.
I was going to ask if anybody wanted to blow up a Star Destroyer before we left.
So they're both carrying one frag grenade,
Seriously.
and one med pack, a blaster pistol and a blaster rifle.
We don't need any more blast pistols or rifles, though, do we? Let's be honest.
I mean, anybody who hasn't got a blaster rifle who wants one obviously can take one. They're normal blaster pistols, just the same model, in fact, as the blaster pistols that you got.
On the other hand, we'll take them and we'll put them in our rebel base when we have our own full rebel salon. We can arm everybody.
Right. So this is gonna be important. I need to know what you're taking with you. What gear are you taking? Bear in mind you're going in your own ship, so you can take everything if you want. And are you going to be bringing any of the droids? And if so, which ones?
All of them.
Mark, there was a suggestion that we try and blow up Star Destroyer.
The odds of successfully doing that are absolutely zero. I mean, you can attempt it, but
Are they
it's
absolutely zero?
they're
People's
almost
thoughts on
zero.
mass murder. We could just blow up the station where the Star Destroyer is. That'd be easier.
Yeah, yeah. You'd also kill an awful lot of innocent people doing that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, the other thing as well is that this potentially, although it's not a rebel base, it's an asset we can use. Just going around destroying random space stations probably isn't going to help the rebellion's.
Well, it'll certainly make you unpopular with the locals.
Yeah.
To
Always
put it
got a
that
mildly.
points
nonsensical
out,
one, hasn't there?
it's a war crime. Although it's a rebellion, so who cares?
Yeah.
But we
I say,
need to worry about the image
you
of the
can't. I'm
the
not going to say
rebellion.
you can't attempt to sneak onto the Star Destroyer. In fact, what did it say? It does actually say what happens if you do, because obviously these people have dealt with people like you before.
Hey, whoa! There ain't nobody like Dio in this
Capture-
galaxy, mate.
Where the hell is the little thing there?
I would also like to point out this was Andy's idea.
Yeah. Well, did say you? I'm going to say that you've. I mean, because it is something that's not stupid to think of. So I'll happily tell you what happens when you try. The repulsor lift tubes down to the dry dock, which is where the Star Destroyer is heavily guarded by stormtroopers. It says you can, if you watch for a while, which I'm assuming you would, observing officers and enlisted personnel coming and going. You're not going to any attempt to get on board is going to be challenged several times. You're going to have to con your way past the stormtroopers, then you're going to have to con your way past the the crew inside. And if you fail any of them, there were like hundreds and hundreds of stormtroopers on there.
What you're saying is deactivate the repulsor lift so it drops to the bottom and kills them all instantly.
Plus, they've just discovered a traitor in their midst, so security has been tripled. And what it actually says, it says if the PCs insist they are captured and tried as traitors, it's time to create new characters and try again.
I've got an idea. Just disengage
Here's a new plan.
life support
Let Mark
systems in
win.
the hangar.
That was reading directly from the adventure. That's what it says. Clearly, they've dealt with people like you before.
That'd be the easiest way to do it, though, wouldn't it? It would be to go to the main station where it's in the dry dock and everything, disengage the life support systems through the dry dock, so everybody just dies, and then turn them back on and then go in where all the stormtroopers are.
Oh God!
Let's focus on the mission that we can actually achieve, shall we?
Yeah.
We'll
So
say when he's looking at all this, like,
you escape, you get out of the system, off the station fine. You weren't there for that long. The trouble you've caused was over very quickly, and you fucked off straight away. So when you get back on board, D6 is on board the ship, and he tells you that he's been able to call up some information from the hyperweb on this guy. That you've been told to go and try and
is
find.
a legend.
And he's telling you, it's just off the web, Chief. It's it's nothing. Didn't have to do much work for it. But here we go.
D6, what have I told you about underselling what you bring to the party?
He is boss. There's definitely no one.
and behind Kate's back, Dio's giving him the middle finger.
Why? Because he shows D6 more affection than his own brother.
Nexus. Where is it? It's Talon. I know. I'll bring G. Talon's history. Here we are. I hope this is bigger than the other one.
That's
Right.
what she said.
Yeah.
No, it's not massively bigger, but that's what you've been able to call up on the the commonly available hyperweb on this guy.
They want to volunteer, read it out.
I'll do it if no one can be asked. I mean, I'm the one that made it really small. And I've got glasses. Commander Adar Talon, a brilliant tactician and naval commander, served both the Old Republic and the emerging New Order during his long career. His space fighting strategies and maneuvers are legendary, and it became the basis for modern starfighter and fleet combat tactics. His fame reached heroic proportions during the Clone Wars. Shortly after Emperor Palpatine took charge to lead the ailing Old Republic with the vision of his new order, Talon's impressive career came to an abrupt halt. Talon entered the Dalcon system to investigate a disproportionate amount of pirate activity. While touring the area, Battalion, his patrol craft, received a priority distress call. A medium-sized freighter was under attack by heavily armed pirates. Heedless of the danger and of the greater firepower, Battalion dove straight for the pirate ship. This brought the freighter the time it needed to achieve hyperspace, but the battalion was obliterated and no trace was ever found of Talon or his crew. So which droids are going to be on board ship? Let's say, 'cause, I mean, I'm not saying that they would be useful, but they might be useful.
We've got 2 assassin droids in D6.
And Dave's got his guy as well.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
D6 is my right hand. He goes with me everywhere.
Oh, he goes
as much
everywhere.
as
I'm just
humanly
wondering,
possible.
basically, I'm asking, are you bringing Loader and are you bringing the assassin droids?
I'm still no. I'm not. I'm not too keen on having. Yeah, no. I don't want to use him as combat.
He's. I mean, he's a melee. He can't. He only punches things,
Yeah.
but he can't. He just punch
I think,
hard.
mind you, yeah, it'd be okay to stay on the ship, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen the new name of the ship. I've just realised it's altered. Final.
Oh yeah, I've not told him yet. I've not told him yet.
Well, D6, because D6 will be with me,
Yeah.
and he's got his comms thing, hasn't he? So we've got like 50 kilometers of range or something stupid like that. So like we can always call him in for backup or stuff like that if we need to.
Yeah, well, and he can pass orders on to the others. So we'll say everybody's with you then. So happy days. What you reckon? I mean, it says to make an astrogation roll for this, but I'm just going to tell you because I don't really see how. Star Destroyers are slower than your ship. You reckon? Obviously, the people on board are going to be heading to Tatooine. They've already asked for bounty hunters in the immediate area to start looking for him whilst they get there with the full force of the Empire. You reckon that including the time for the refit and everything else, you reckon you've got 5 days before the Relentless arrives in Tatooine? You can make it in a day. It's a long way. It's outer rim, but it's you can make it in a day. So you're at least twice as fast as them.
Yeah.
So. You're given the astrogation coordinates, so I don't have to make you roll. So as you emerge from hyperspace, this is what you see. It says twin suns sparkle before you as you enter twin suns sparkle before you as the starfield returns to normal and your ship emerges from hyperspace. These, your nav computer assures you, are Tattoo 1 and Tattoo 2. Your ship continues closer and a vast planet shines bright through the welcoming as I can't read anymore. Your ship continues closer and a vast planet shines bright as though welcoming you to its parched surface. This is Tatooine, the desert world. Its endless sea of sand blindingly reflects the light of both suns through your ship's forward viewport. So
Welcome back, gents.
you will know where the major spaceport on Tatooine is because you have been here before.
Yes.
So I am asking you where are you going to land?
We've got Mos Eisley, Mos Espa, and there's a third one, isn't there?
There is Mos Eisley's the biggest and has the biggest spaceport.
Do we have no leads on Talon at all, do we? Ador
You know,
Talon.
except that he's on Tatooine. That's all you know, and the stuff that was in the data D6 got for you. And he's been
Okay.
assumed dead by everybody up until recently.
So how do we find a military genius who quite possibly doesn't want to be found?
But now we hunt the hunters, surely.
Interesting.
Well, one of the
hunters,
things you would know is that the bounty hunters that have been sent would have. I'm losing the plot. Would have gone to Mos Eisley, which is effectively. That's the main.
Big hive of
sort of the
villainy and scum.
capital. It's sort of the unofficial capital of Tatooine. So if the bounty hunters would have made planetfall there.
Easiest way would be to lure him out how I'd like to be lured out, with cooked pig.
Yeah, I think that works on
Hog roast.
more.
A little
than,
bit of cheese.
Fine cheese. So, where do you want to land?
Yeah, so Dio will land the final ploy at Mos Eisley.
Final ploy.
You get cleared.
Rename Centre Fear.
You get cleared to land at Docking Bay 94. Mos Eisley Spaceport isn't one large field or runway. Instead, a multitude of crater-like launch stations pockmark the wheel-shaped cityscape. Docking Bay 94, for example, looks like the host of other bays scattered through Mos Eisley. It consists of an enormous pit gouged from the rocky soil, with stairs leading up to the city. Entrance ramp provides access for ships with repulsor engines. Ships without repulsor engines cannot dock, but you do. There's only giant ships that don't. The shabbily cut down bay is run down like the rest of Mos Eisley, and when the rebel ship lands, you are approached by a customs officer. When the rebel ship lands, that's when your ship lands, you're immediately approached by a customs officer who says, "Got any minox hiding on your ship? You wouldn't believe how many minox we've had to blast the last few days. Filthy parasites. Some people don't even care what they bring in at the bottom of the ship. What about space mites? I want to buy space mites. Might as well open your holds and I'll check. Open up."
And Dio is going to kind of, good morning to you too. I think maybe we can skip the inspections, and he offers out, he'll kind of like offer to shake the guy's hand, but in his hand he's got 50 credits.
And he says, maybe twice that, and we might be chatting. This will be a bargain roll.
Yeah, let's go half again. For 21 bargain.
21. Yeah, he's not beating that. He goes, yeah, all right then, 150. Sorry, 75.
75. Yep.
You give him the 75 credits, he pockets them and wanders away whistling.
50 for that? You must be mad. We've had Zach Art in Discord, by the way.
Oh, let's have a look.
Again, I need to reiterate this point. It was Andy's idea, not mine. I just mentioned it again because it seemed to get lost over.
Andy wanted to blow it up.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, there was talks about stealing it first.
Yeah, that was me, to be fair. No, you said it.
All 700 people aboard.
Right. Offer them all a bacon sandwich.
Well,
come and work for us. You'll get a bacon sandwich every morning.
Yeah. That's phenomenally good for the time it takes him to do them as well.
I know,
really
it's incredible, isn't it?
Right, so what I'm going to give you now, and I've done it on it. It's a map of the city which you will be able to call up, from any terminal on your. Well, you don't even need a terminal. Cade's pocket computer, you can just get in the local web and call up the city map, which I'm going to give you now. So I've done it as a battle map, even though it isn't, just so you can ping on it if you want to. So, oh yeah, I've got to
I don't know,
actually move
blooping
things.
on it, pinging on it.
Yeah.
All the kids are doing it.
What can I suggest? Like we might divide and conquer, and maybe split into two. So we've got me and Karrakk. Potentially,
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, I'll hate you forever, but
pose. Yeah, I mean, we could pose as bounty hunters looking for talent, and try and sneak in with the other bounty hunters, see what.
Well, you are a bounty hunter, so
yeah,
you don't even have to
but-
lie.
Yeah, so I could, try and get in.
You've been
with-
clocked.
By who?
The bounty hunter. The
The
by
Mandalorian.
Joe DeCast.
You know what we need to get you? We need to get you like
Swap.
one of those motorbike helmet covers, like the furry pink or Cookie Monster
Yeah.
ones that covers
Yeah.
your helmet up.
What would be terrible, Andy, is if you actually got to kill him and steal the bits of Beskar on his armor. That'd be rubbish, wouldn't
That'd be terrible, mate.
it?
I mean, I am gunning for him. Don't get me wrong, but I was just thinking.
Well, yeah, you hate the Death Swats, don't you, from your
Yes.
previous days? Yeah, and he's proud and he's loud and proud about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't like him.
I think because Bowman would be if Koda's making that suggestion, is I'm uncomfortable with that. If I'm honest with you, I'm used to you having my back. If I'm honest, I started this enterprise as not a fighter, and I'm doing my best, and I think we're best as a unit. What happens if you and Dio come across a data slate that needs translating? What happens if Cade comes across stormtroopers that need destroying? We're better off as a unit.
So you can see from the key of the map. What did I say it was? Docking Bay. What docking bay did I give you?
Right.
Was it?
I'm used to it now.
What docking bay?
94.
So docking bay 94 is number 1 on the map. So that's
1A, isn't it? That's the cutting edge
yeah.
clinic. Where's 1 then? Surely that's 1 there.
One of the big circle buildings, weren't it?
There.
Yes, of course
Twice,
it is.
yeah.
That's underneath the stupid little pingy thing. So you can zoom in on this. It's quite a big map in real life, so you can do a fair bit of zooming. And you're just in. So, you're just in the city, and I think I would have read a bit for you. I do like this adventure so far. I've really enjoyed it. From even reading it's been entertaining. It's even got a thing for running split groups. I'm so glad you didn't, though.
Well, we hadn't actually finished that conversation, Mark.
Oh, well, sorry. Feel free to carry on that conversation.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, carrying on that conversation just for a second, Dio would just be like, here's the thing. We're not looking to get into a fight. So all we need to do right now is do a bit of a recce. So we need to try and find out how many bounty hunters are in the city. We could do with knowing where they're docked. And then see if we can't get some leads as to where we could find them. So if we do a quick recce, meet back up, discuss leads, and then make a plan. But at the moment, we need to cast a wide net to try and get as much information as we can. But if there's anything, and I know, Bowman, you don't want to get into a fight. But if things get hostile, you get out. Like, we're not looking for a fight.
Well, it'd be the best point to use the assassin droids and send them out on wreckets.
I mean,
Might
they are
be
a bit
conspicuous
more
in its-
disposable.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
So although we're
Go-
not happy about splitting up, we can send them to go do their own little, and they'll fit in, won't they? It's Tatooine. There's droids everywhere.
Yeah, it's Star Wars. There's droids everywhere. Yeah, go
We'll just
full.
put like a white sheet over them so they look like ghosts.
I mean, you've gone from Star Wars to ET then, but yeah. We could go full probe droid with them by all means. Is there any? They're the only two that could do it though, aren't they? Or we could send D6 out as well.
Whoa! Leave my droid alone.
All right, you could send D6 out.
D6 doesn't really have much. But he'd be better off if we send the assassin droid out with whatchamacallums, comms. He could be our like set point of contact for comms.
Yeah, Mark's going to want to answer when he comes back. What we're going to do? Droids,
I reckon
send them
we
out.
dress the droids out. Yeah, I think that's a good shout because, like, destroyed, they get destroyed. Nobody really knows we've got them, really, do they?
No.
I think it's just the angle of the camera on Mark's thing, but the red bit in his room, right in the middle, it looked like a banana hammock hanging off the bottom of his bed. It's definitely not, but pink leather thong. Comfy nightwear for Mark.
What's the plan, gentlemen?
Lewis wants to ask you a question.
Go on, Luke.
See that big red thing behind you?
Big red thing. Hang on, let me get
The red thing on the corner of your bed. Is it on the corner of your bed?
Oh, it's a bag. It's a
Yeah,
bag.
well-
It's an Aldi bag for life.
From this angle here, it looks like a thong hanging on the corner of your bed.
Yeah, well, I
Like
think
a
I'm
leather
just going to
one.
prove it, just because it's an Aldi bag for life. I
Glad
don't
and
want anyone
disappointed at the
thinking.
same time.
Yeah.
I'm personally hoping that Zach didn't just hear that last
Yeah.
exchange. If my Discord flashes in the next 20 minutes, I'm not lucky.
Right, as you stood in the you stood having a discussion. This is the morning rush is already underway as you exit the docking bay. Humans, numerous droid models, and aliens of every description move through the crowded streets, concentrating intently on their own business. The pace is hurried for such a backwater world, and not even the blistering heat of the twin suns, not yet in full in the sky, can slow it down. Speeders roar by uncomfortably close in these narrow walkways, and swarms of small, rancid-smelling creatures in hooded robes jostle past you. One stops a moment to paw at your shiny blasters. This is Mos Eisley Spaceport, a more wretched hive of scum and villainy you'll not find elsewhere. So, what are you doing?
The plan is to send the assassin droids out on recce.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. What are they looking for? What are you telling them to look for?
Bounty hunters.
Right. Well,
But we're also going to give them comm links that are connected to D6, and D6 will be with me as point of.
Yeah,
With like
that's
50
no
kilometers of
that's no
range.
problem. Yeah, that's no problem. Shockingly, what's his name? The other, not it's Nil 8, isn't he? The humanoid one. You have seen droids, of every kind, so they're not going to stand out, particularly. So that's not a bad idea. So you're sending the droids out. They're having a look around, see if they can see anything interesting.
And
Where
Dio's
are you guys
suggestion
going?
potentially we hit the spaceports and have a look at like ships that have docked here recently. Because Dio might be in pirate mode, looking to steal some more ships before we leave. But it would also might give us a lead on like potential bounty hunters if we can find out who's been docking here in the last couple of days.
Well, I mean God, Streetwise is a skill. I think it's a knowledge skill. I'm sure no one's got it. Can everyone just roll knowledge for me to see if...
I've got Streetwise. It's
Have you
2D
got
plus
it?
1 though, same as my knowledge. Yeah, it's
Give it
not
a
any
roll.
better than my standard knowledge.
I can do some
Everyone can roll.
Streetwise. And do terribly on 4D.
Yeah.
Streetwise. Hold on.
We've got a 12 there. That's more than you need.
That was knowledge.
No, that's fine. You say, well, where would all the bounty hunters go when they when they land? What would the first thing you'd expect them to go and have a booze up somewhere? Find a boozer. Be a good place
Yeah,
to start.
But Mark, I want a list of all the bounty hunter ships so I can decide which one we want to steal before we leave.
Idea which ones are bounty hunter ships, which ones aren't, and stealing them is not as easy as it's been in the past because these are, functional docking bays with security.
But is it easier than a Star Destroyer?
Yes.
So it's doable.
Yeah.
We've gone from a 0%
Mark, I want my own
to a
flotilla.
chance.
I will be Admiral Dio.
Well, because the other consideration is we've only got 5 days until the Relentless arrives, and a Star Destroyer hovering over Mos Eisley is going to severely cramp our ability to operate.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're looking for.
It takes you a day to get here as well. So this is actually day. It's officially day 2 of the 5. Because it took you a day to get here. It is day 2 now. It's just
right. So there's 4 days. Gotcha. Right. I'm working the other way around. So we're wanting to look at. There's no sort of bounty office. Were you suggesting go straight to the pub then? By the sounds of
Well,
it.
you're not sure, but you could ask. This place is actually heaving. So I mean, you could easily ask around if you wanted. To ask where the bounty hunters are going, or where do I sign up, that sort of thing. I'm sure you could be able to ask about.
Yeah. So did the assassin droids not come back with any information? We've got to go out and get it then.
Well, they come back and they said as far as they're aware, there's no definite bounty hunter activity, but plenty of possible bounty hunter activity. But there's been nothing overt so far from what when they've been around. It seems to be people on there going about their daily. Well, one thing I will say, compared to your last visit, you've all been here before, obviously, it's a lot busier than it was when you were last here, and whether that's to do with the influx of hunters or what, you're not sure, but it's definitely much busier than the last time you were in this area. But what the droids do tell you is they'll come back and say again that there's they'll mention all the different places that they've gone past, but so there's not been anything. He says, in fact, I will say that the little flying ball one, #19, saw the guy at the speeder sale place, which is speeders? Spaceport Customs, Spaceport Speeders. It's number 3, wherever that is. He says that he saw the proprietor was being roughed up a bit by a Gamorrean and a Jawa.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
as
well,
they weren't ordered to do anything, he didn't do anything. He just reports. It looks exactly like you'd imagine. When they send protection boys around. Whereas you haven't paid this week, sort of thing. And whether that's any relation to the what you're interested in, or whether it's just standard Tatooine business is unknown to you.
And we could go be big goddamn heroes.
Yeah, Gamorrean and Jawa sounds like a local problem.
Yeah.
But sounds like a bit of an unfair match as well, doesn't it?
A little bit. Who's calling the shots?
The Jawa's calling the shots. The Gamorreans,
The muscle.
You know, the muscle, because Jawas are really, really poo.
Could you imagine a Gamorrean standing there, bossing a jar about, fill him in, knock his teeth out?
That's exactly the type of thing that he saw. That is pretty much
Yeah, but I mean, it's the
spot on.
Gamorrean telling the Jawa to do
No,
it.
it's
and
the
Jawa's
Jawas
like,
ordering the Gamorrean about.
All right.
But if we can ingratiate ourselves to the store owner, he might be able to help us out, give us some information, maybe.
There's
Or
also
we help the Jawa and the Gamorrean out, and they might be able to give us some
Yeah.
information.
you
Yeah.
also find out that, you know, just from the stuff you can call up on your data pad, that the only Imperial presence, because I mean this is as you know, it's a Hutt planet. And the Empire try not to piss the Hutts off if they don't need to. There is an Imperial office, but it's of, you know, zero power. They're basically just there. It's like almost like an embassy. And the guy who run the ambassador, so to speak, or Depp is called, is basically just in charge of dealing with sales of properties and census information. So, you know, he may, you know, if there's something that you think he may know, you could go in. I mean, say again, he doesn't know you from Adam, so it wouldn't be like, you know, you could sneak, wouldn't have to sneak in. You could just go and talk to him if you wanted. The droids also complained that they were molested by Jawas. That's par for the course. There's a general store. There's a weapon shop. You know, there's all sorts of a power station, and there's also Jabba's townhouse is one of the things that's in here, which is where he would be if he was in the city.
Is the flag up?
He's not at home. You've gathered from asking. I'm assuming you just go. You just ask him. You're trying to get people to assist. Yeah, you could just say he's not in attendance.
What collectively? What would we know about census in a place like this? How up to date will it be? How often is it updated?
Well, if it had been left to the locals, it wouldn't really have been done. But the fact that it's been done by an Imperial suggests that it will be at least semi-decent. So I mean that's the kind of information that theoretically, you know, they'd be able to tell you, you know, who was where and when. And so the other things it can tell you is about sales of you know, property or tracts of land, which may or may not be relevant. Obviously, it's, you know, it's random stuff. But so if you want to go shopping, I said there's a general store and there is a weapon shop.
Do we have a description of Adal Talon?
Yes, you do.
Well, why don't we question this census fella to see if he's seen anyone that matches Talon's description?
Yeah, when did he go missing as well?
It
That's the other
was
question.
Shortly after the Empire came into being, so a few years since the end. It was after the end of the Clone Wars. That was when he was, you know, at the height of his fame, if you like, during the Clone Wars. But when the Emperor took over, because he was a nice guy, he didn't want to get involved anymore, really. And then the other, as you read, you know, he apparently died in a heroic rescue of a freighter from pirates.
So
You
what
now
say,
know
like
that he
10,
didn't die.
10, 12 years? Something like that?
Yeah.
See, we've got a description of him, and we know that he was last seen in the Dalcon system. So if there's from information, yes, all right, we've got the bounty hunters to track, but if we can go straight to the source.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, shall I mean, I could try my mind trick. Dio could use his natural talents.
I mean, how about you boys wait outside, me and Koda go in and pose as a bounty hunter, hearing that they're offering a bounty on there's a bounty up for sale, and see if they've got any information about the bounty. Seems reasonable that they've been contacted if they've got a bounty on planet.
What the sense?
Open the conversation that way.
Okay, but we need to cover our tracks as well, though. We don't need to make it look obvious.
Yep.
If we're telling someone that there's a bounty that we need to collect and he's giving us positive information, then the next person that walks in, he'll go, "No, I've already told him it's there," and then.
Well, no, not if we pose as bounty hunters, because we're all different contractors, aren't we?
Okay, but if he's going to give you the information, he'll give it to another bounty hunter.
Once we kill him.
Is the Koda option?
We can always kill him.
Or do we try and break into the office at night and hack the system and do something else in daytime?
Possibilities. These are all possibilities.
More
Do
likely to
any
cover our
of these
tracks that way.
things.
The question
Well,
is, are we going pure dark, pure light? Where's the grey area, guys?
The grey area. The grey area is, I reckon, we turn up and say, "This is a bit busy, isn't it?" Well, on an unrelated matter, we're looking for an uncle of ours who we think went missing, and some bullshit.
That's the Lonzo brothers, isn't it? We're looking for our uncle.
Yep, that's that's something that would. I mean, you've got obviously you're not going to believe that it's Lewis's uncle because he'd be very hairy, but it could quite happily be any of any combination. Yeah, that's a perfectly workable plan if you want to give it a go.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Would be on my father's side.
A mum's cousin.
So, what's the route going to be then from where you are to? I wonder if you can walk past anywhere interesting.
No, we're not, Mark. We're going to avoid all of the interesting places on purpose.
What's the number of the thing that we're? Because it's Aaron Depp. Did you say which one's that?
It is. What number is he? The regional government office, which is number 11.
Number 11.
Number 11.
You say we're at
Regional government office. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And we're there, so it's actually not that. We'd walk through potentially this side
that's
alley
number
down
7,
here.
that isn't it?
yeah. Where's 12?
That's where we are.
Number
I
7.
believe. Oh no, we're number 1. Sorry, I
Number
thought
1's
that
the
was
other
1.
side, yeah. It's up here.
Do apologise.
We're going to walk past a lot of interesting places.
Yeah.
Right. So from 1 over, which is let me zoom out a bit.
Or we could go in the shagging wagon with the
That's the point. I would have assumed that you had that on ship, which is actually a really, really good idea because I mean it's it's a big place and plus you don't attract as much attention. So
And Deer's got to worry about his complexion. Doesn't want sunburn.
Let's see, absolutely. So you can get there.
Let's do the sun's here.
17, 15, 14. Right, let's have a look. 17. 18. Yeah, you're passing the Jawa traders who are very annoying, but they don't do anything else.
Yeah, they try and take it off the speeder.
You know what they're like. So, there's wreckage, which is number 15. That's just for law purposes. That is the wreck of the first settler ship that ever arrived on Tatooine. They crashed, and it's kept as sort of like a national monument almost. So that's you can have a look at that as you walk past, and it appears the Jawas have actually started living in it.
Are there any pictures, Mark?
No, it's just the one on the one on the map by 15. I apologise, never thought.
Is it
Yeah.
really truly a monument? Have they draw a penis on it?
So to get to where were we going? Number 10, wasn't it? I was number 11. Where are we going?
11.
I lost the plot. 11.
Is that
So
one?
Bottom right, isn't it?
that's there. So what else going past? That's 14. That's oh, you're
Precisely
walking
in.
past. As you're walking past a guy who's preaching. You hear him. He says, just as you're walking past, you hear this man go, he goes, "Listen, my children, we have been given a great mystery to unravel, a mystery of importance that only we can see. And what is this mystery? It is that the Bantha, the sacred, noble, elegant creature that can be found the galaxy over, the Bantha is a gift from beyond, whose meaning we have not yet begun to fathom. For those who do come to understand why the Bantha have been placed throughout the galaxy, we will achieve the age of bounty. Wherever we go in our space vessels, no matter how far, the Bantha is always there to welcome us and make us feel at home. Do not harm the Bantha, do not eat of it or wear its regal hides. Would you harm a welcoming friend?" And you see staff's got a carved Bantha on the top. Feel free to ignore him completely.
I was going to say,
What's
is there
it
a
look
role
like,
that we
Mark?
can?
Oh, he's what are you looking to find out?
Well, I was going to ask if there's like the equivalent of a religion check to see if this is a thing or if he's just a weirdo. If that makes sense.
Go on, it's going to be knowledge. Sort of customs. I don't know if there's.
Does he have pamphlets?
Yes, he does have pamphlets, of course.
Are they in colour or black and white?
They're black and white and a bit
Not
smudged.
interested.
Yeah.
Would he be offended if we offered him a Bantha burger?
Yes.
So what was the knowledge roll you wanted there, Mark?
Is there a customs?
I've got alien species, bureaucracy,
Cultures.
cultures, languages.
Cultures. Hit cultures for us. Yeah, it's a top end. It's a top end easy. It is one you've heard. It's a religion you've heard of. It's called Dim-U, DIM-U, and they're completely devoted to the mystery of the Bantha.
Is it quite popular as a religious?
It's it's one of those out there religions.
Gotcha.
You know, like so no offense to anybody listening, but you know, like those Hare Krishnas that get you in town and want you to say Garanga. They're like them.
Oh, I was going to go with the Mormons, but okay.
But yeah, he says,
They're a bit out there.
he seems like a really nice guy. He just seems a little bit mad.
What does he look like? What?
He looks like he's an ageless gent wearing long, ragged robes and carrying a tall staff. So the staff is topped with a tiny Bantha carved from the tusk of one. His voice echoes through the cramped streets, calling for all to listen. So he is Dim-U, one of the select devoted to the mystery of the Bantha.
Okay.
Right.
He's yeah. Let's
So
move on.
then you are arriving pretty much. Where's 11? Is that 11?
Yeah.
So
think
you're
so.
walking past 8. What's 8?
Putting this out there, did we take some of the leaflets off him?
Yeah, you could take a leaflet. It's totally the virtue of Bantherism.
Theoretically, then, if it's well known around here and we needed to get in there, could we not pose as one of those because we have the leaflets?
It's something that, yeah, I mean, that's again, if you needed to, you can fall back
Sneak in
upon that. Good idea, sir. Good idea. You walk past the Mos Eisley Inn, which is like a much smaller version of the cantina, but one that does rooms. And you finally get to the Imperial Government Office. And are you entering normal way type thing?
Theo will, yeah, but I wonder if it's better if just Theo and Cade go in, as they're clearly brothers.
Yeah, I'll keep
cool.
watch outside.
Yeah, no problem. You go in there, and there's 2 stormtroopers stood at the door. They're not looking for you. They don't know who you are. they don't even threaten. You're not acting threatening, and people come and go in this office all the time, so they totally ignore you. And as you go in, you see a guy who you assume is Oren Depp sat behind a desk. Says, "Yes, gentlemen."
I'm wondering if you might be able to help us. Actually, a bit of a sad story, really. Our dad's got a brother. Remember him from when we were yay high. Not that he was ever. Anyway, I've digressed. Unfortunately, our dad's passed, and we're looking for him basically to let him know, obviously, that dad's passed away. But the last we heard, he was on planet, and we're wondering if you could help us locate him. We don't know what name he'd be under because he's the kind of bloke that doesn't like to be followed, so he probably hasn't used his real name. But he looks like, and he gives the description of Adar Talon.
Yeah.
Just wondering if you've got any kind of notes of anyone of that description. Maybe someone's brought a track the land maybe about 10 years ago. With that description,
Well,
maybe?
it doesn't ring any bells. I can check. What I can do is I can check the register to see what was going on regarding sales around that time. You say about 10, 12 years, something about that.
Yeah, around then.
He says, okay. He starts tapping away on his computer. He says, "Here we go." He says, "It's not much information, but there were 3 settlements sold at that time, which may or may not be something to do with your uncle, so you can check them out." It says one is the old Tuscan fort, Lanks Farm, and a tract of land that was sold to one Sedai Fisk. They are all out in the wastes, and you probably need to hire a guide, to take you there. But that's the only information I've got. I hope that's helpful to you.
Yes, the old Tuscan fort. What was the other 2? Sorry.
The old Tuscan fort. There was
Lanks
Farm, and then a tract of land that was sold to someone named Sedai, Sedi, and then Fisk, Fisk, which may or may not be an acronym of someone you. So you've got they're but again, all you know for sure is that they were sold at that, just at around the time. There might be nothing. None of them might have anything to do with it, but you don't know.
Well, we certainly appreciate the help.
He says, anything to brighten up a boring day as usual. Take care, gents. He's probably the nicest Imperial you've ever met. But
Yeah.
he's stuck out here in an incredibly boring place, doing an incredibly boring job. So you have probably just made his day.
So from those 3 locations, which one's furthest out?
Well, they're all in the wastes, so it's going to be, maybe a day's travel by speeder. It says you don't know. You'd need to find somebody to either give you proper directions or go with you.
I feel like
Okay,
this is something we probably need to prepare for properly.
And a cat harness as well.
Is it worth heading to the cantina first to see what we can find there?
Well, you're here. I mean, there's always people to ask and stuff.
Sure. The only issue, I mean, why not confront the beast head on if this Joda cast has got beef with you and we can deal with it now? Why not?
So
I will have danger sense up, Mark, if that's okay, and lightsaber combat.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. So where am I at here? So you're on Tatooine. Arrival, yeah.
Your mic's a little bit breathy, Mark. Sorry. I think
sorry.
It's all right. It's just a little bit.
Right. So, Mos Eisley Cantina. That's where you said we were going, wasn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of Spaceport's first block houses. The diverse nature of the transportation parked outside barely suggests the assorted clientele. The building lies partially underground to provide some protection from the heat. The dim interior, combined with the brilliantly lit entrance, gives those within the canteen a distinct advantage of seeing newcomers before they can see them. An astonishing variety of beings frequent the cantina most of the time, but the current influx of visitors seems to make the cramped facilities seem even more crowded. There are one-eyed creatures, thousand-eyed creatures, creatures with scales, with fur, some with skin that seems to ripple and change, tentacles, claws, and hands, all wrap around drinking vessels of various sizes and shapes, and a steady babble of human and alien tongues fill the room with noise. There are several games of Sabbath going on. You can see most of the people don't look like farmers, which suggests that they could be they could be bounty hunters. And there, in fact, as you're going around there is one of the booths has been commandeered, and where is it? Decoration. Sorry, again, I thought I was well prepared. Here we go, bounty hunter registration booth, which has got a little fella. He's got a thing on his desk that says Puggles Trod, and it's a bounty hunter sign up office, temporary one in the in the cantina, and there was a crowd of what you assume to be hunters gathered in around the booth. Puggles, that's his name. The pay, sorry, here we go. The pay that's been offered is 10 credits a day, with a bonus 100 credits once Talon is found, and they leave at first dawn, which is when Tattoo 1 rises. There is only one person that matches the description of a farmer, and it's an old woman sat at the bar looking really grumpy. What do you intend to say? There is some gambling going on, and there is a lobster-headed guy who's challenging anyone that'll listen to a drinking contest.
I'll ask the barman if he's seen another Mandalorian pass through.
Because yeah, says you're not very common. Yeah, I've seen a guy pass through here. He had the old skull painted on it. Nothing like your armor. I mean, it was all painted up like, yeah.
How
He's
long
not been in
ago?
for a couple of days. He's not been in for a few days now.
Okay.
I want to challenge the bloke for a drinking contest.
Okay. He introduces himself as Lum. Sorry, as Lum I can't get my name right. He introduced himself as Lum Guzzling, which is because he particularly likes Lum, which is a powerful liquor. And it's the favoured drink of the lobster people, whatever the hell he is. You've never seen anything like him. He doesn't look very powerful or heroic. He looks a bit weedy, in fact. So what we're going to need then is, hang on, let's see. First glass, can we have a stamina roll, please?
Oh, go on then. 27.
You're fine, and he is fine. Second shot. Take a dice off. You're at minus a dice to it now because the one you've already had. That's very easy. The next one's easy. So over 6, you need to beat. Oh yeah, he's done it as well. So we're now down to -2 for the third. shot. He's failed. What's yours, Lou?
25.
Yeah, he's failed. Passes out in the drink.
How much
That's
did you win?
about it for that. And you are a bit pissed.
What have I won?
You don't know. He's unconscious on the floor snoring.
Ah, can I claim him as my prize?
He's been mocked now by well, you assume he's been mocked. The people in various tongues are like going, they're making point and laugh gestures at him. You also see two nasty, belligerent, tooth-faced aliens that wander over to you, and they go straight. They go straight for Cade. They immediately start prodding you, like, where do you think you are, eh? Puny human, and they're prodding you.
Hey, prods them back. Who do you think you are? Walking up to a man in a bar, prodding him in the chest. You don't even know me. So back off.
One of says somebody. One of the other bystanders says they don't like you.
I don't like you either.
Well, I'm not particularly keen on them.
Says, we don't like you either. But the fact that you're standing up to him, one of them's going to just you and this guy. Can we roll initiative?
Oh, this is quite good for me.
11, and he gets to roll.
Can we, while all this is going on, can we have some bets? Like, if everybody's crowded around, we could have some bets.
Yep, you win initiative.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Cool, I'll pull out my blaster pistol and blow a fucking hole in his chest. No, I'm assuming,
Okay.
no, I'm assuming it's fisticuffs.
Yeah, it'd be so brawling.
Brawling?
Yeah.
Or melee combat?
Melee combat as if you're using a weapon.
See why I wasn't
Not
involved
yet
in this.
seen.
Yeah.
Strength is not my thing.
7, Mark.
7. Right. He's going to try and parry that.
I don't blame him.
2d+1. Which he has done. He's at minus a dice now, so he's going to swing back at you. Rolling 40 plus 2. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you would like to attempt to parry.
I mean, I should do, really, shouldn't I?
Yep. So, that's a
9. I did better on
no.
parry
He's
than I
punched
did
you
on me.
punch you in the
Punch.
face. So, damage is. Oh no! Dice on the floor. 8, 9, 11 to beat with your thing.
What am I rolling for this? I'm not a melee guy.
No, it's your strength to resist the damage.
Is that
if
including my armor?
If you've got your helmet on, it does.
8.
So you equaled it. Yeah, no, nothing. You're fine. It's initiative again, unless anybody else is doing anything.
Yeah. Can I step forwards and use my catchphrase that says, "Or we could just buy you a drink, my friend."
As Karrakk jumps off the table and lands on top of him, pissed.
Yeah, Dio's also about to two-handed punch Captain Kirk style one in the back of the head.
Just imagine it. He sort of steps back a bit. Says, "Do you want a bit as well?" This little alien fella, and he's not drawing it, but he makes you aware that he's got a vibro blade stuck in his pants.
Or we
Oh,
could
I-
just buy you a drink, my friend.
Are you trying your wavy hand thing?
So as he's like indicating that, I'm tapping the holster, the hilt on my pistol.
I think
Right.
because there's just him. You said, didn't you?
There's two of them.
There's
But
two
the
of
other
them.
ones just sort of stood behind there. The aliens look a bit like I never thought you'd kick off with them. You see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're known as tooth-faced bullies in the text.
Of course they are. So I think as I'm and again, Mark, I'm going to emphasise the point. I'm using my catchphrase. All we could.
Yeah,
It would
go
be.
on.
Thank you. I'm not going to use my force abilities. What I'm going to do is point towards the walkie, point towards Dio, who's about to Captain Kirk him in the neck, and then point towards the Mandalorian.
Right, I'm going to ask you to make a command roll. Bear in mind
Okay.
that the fact that you've pointed all that out makes it much easier.
14.
Yeah, that'll do. That's moderate. Yeah, they go. All right, mate. All right, and they back away and disappear off into the corner.
See, not
So-
everything has to be solved by violence. It is
Yeah.
fun.
At w-
I'm getting used
at
to it.
which
I do
point-
enjoy
at
it.
which-
But Mark won't
which-
let me finish my sentence.
Sorry, mate. Go on.
No, you carry on, Mark.
No, go on,
This
please.
is where violence works, Dave.
Every time.
In fact, I'm aware of time now, so I'll try and get to a couple. Right. In fact, they've just gone away. You're in this. So far, you've got the gambling games. You've already drunk the lobster under the table. You've got the crotchety looking old lady at the bar. Looks like the only person who's local for everyone in there, and you've got the sign up for the bounty hunters. So while you're in there, and that's what your options are, I'll call it there till next time.
Yeah, so just to give you an idea as to what I'm going to try and do next time, Mark, is that Dio's going to try and sweet talk the local. That's his
Yeah.
plan.
Right. That sounds good. See, the only reason she stands out is because she looks like a farmer and no one else does. Even though the last time you were in here, half the patrons were clearly moisture farmers. So it's become very busy temporarily while this hunt's going on, so to speak.
I'm looking forward to the percentage of sleaze that Dio comes out with in the next.
Yeah. So thoroughly enjoyed that, chaps. Thanks you for being invested in my game, and may the force be with you always.
Cheers,
Cheers,
Mark.
Mark.